Oh, it's a little bit loud in here. What's up, OTT Sports Network? Back on the air in just a couple of short hours since we were here last time. We're in the other corner of the rink. Your Warriors are all fed full of another broken egg breakfast. That's the name of the restaurant. They didn't just eat broken eggs in the parking lot. But here we are. The Warriors are taking on the Warriors. The Warriors in blue, hailing out of Fort Myers, Florida. They are in their first game of this Can-Am tournament. Your Warriors from Arapahoe in their second. Taking on this morning that team from Wisconsin, suffering a 3-2 loss, a hard-fought one though. And joining me today back on the microphone, DK, how does it feel to be back in the press box?
Oh, feels amazing, amazing. Actually happy. Looks like we're playing Team USA today here in the red, white, and blue for the other team here.
Little Rangers vibe going on over there too.
Is it the Nashville Warriors?
Fort Myers, Florida.
Fort Myers, Florida Warriors.
Yep. I believe we got a couple of their fans tuning in. We were chatting up there, handing them the link. So
there you go.
If you're tuning in from Fort Myers, Florida, welcome to the OTT broadcast. I'm Harry Haviland. Along for the ride with me is DK, and we are at the Ford Ice Arena in Nashville, Tennessee.
What a trip it's been so far.
It has been a blast. I was talking about our big steak dinner last night at Cane's and the seafood tower.
The family restaurant, Cane's of Nashville, was amazing.
We turned it into a family restaurant. I don't know if those people on their nice fancy date appreciated it as much.
$100 steak for the kids last night. It was amazing.
Let's see if they've still got that, plus their broken egg breakfast in their bellies right now. 12 minutes on the clock. I noticed for the game before us too, it's only 1 minute penalties as well.
It's kind of odd, it's going 12 minutes in 1 minute.
But even the 1 minute penalties, I mean, that's not as much incentive as not to do something though.
And we need to do something out there. I feel like we got to get a few penalties early, do a little housekeeping in front of Pro Cop to start the game today.
Pro Cop is in net and the play is underway. It's going to be Grimberg and McGowan on the point to start this one. And they fire that one all the way down the length of the ice as they want to come back here into the defensive zone to smile for the camera. Paulin, Blanchard, and Kalergis are your forwards who start in this one. They got the gray jerseys on. We can see them a little bit better than those dark blues. Ref's pointing a little bit of direction, saying, hey, get back outside the hash marks. He does. Fort Myers wins that one. They get it out to the point, shot into the corner. Hammer and one from the side. Grimberg getting in front of it, and it's backhanded clear to the point. Florida team keeping it in. Back to Claire, just drop past to Blanchard. Has Paulin up ahead of him. Blanchard's going to carry this one through center ice. Working his way across the blue line, bumped off the puck, and he goes down looking for it as he slides across the fresh sheet. Stepping in is Grimberg. Dumps it back into the corner. Back to him again, gets another shot at it. The Fort Myers Warriors take it out of their own zone. Slips on that fresh sheet here too. Somebody did not tell these kids that it's a slippery surface that they're playing on. One shot saved by Prokop, another one bounces into the corner. McGowan getting physical. Grimberg in front, puck is loose across the crease. Prokop does a little diving action and saves it. BK, it's right in our end to start this one.
I'd like to see the zoom on the far end coming up here soon because we don't want the action down that far end for too long early in this game.
No, let's have a bad cameras shot at it for 2 periods here and get some action on the other side. Haviland trying to do that, but it's kept in at the blue line. Captain coming into your living rooms here. Tries to pass that, it bounces over Haviland's stick, and Fredette tipping it forward. Oh, Fort Myers player got back there, back to Van Winkle at his blue line. Off the boards looking for Nice. Finds Fredette, sneaking his way across the blue line. Stick action against the boards right in front of the Warriors bench. The Fort Myers Warriors. That's going to be a tricky back and forth. I can say Warriors. You'll know what I'm talking about. Warriors take it out. Warriors looking to defend. Warriors coming in here on offense, but it's taken away by the Warriors. Haviland clears it out. It goes past Fredette, icing's waved off as it's back inside the Arapahoe Warriors end. Captain bounces it off the boards up to the point. Clear the zone by Popovic, who is coming off the bench. Goes past Haviland, back over to Captain. With some pressure on him, he tries to feed it out. He can't get it to Haviland. It goes underneath his stick. He sends that one all the way down. Maybe that healthy grain spinach omelet that he had wasn't enough. Should have just went with all the pancakes and extra syrup. Fort Myers trying to clear this one through center. Good job by Devin Foster keeping it on the right side of the ice for the Arapahoe squad. Coming across the blue line now, flipped in over Captain's stick. Sending it around the far side. Foster flipping it back in to pick it up. Here's Madeo. He keeps it on his backhand as he circles around. Stick handles in front of his net, has a backhand out to the point, clearing a couple. Foster feeding Captain, coming through center ice, or back over to Foster. Pop was the one who dumped it in. Now Pop's going in. Skating their way out. Captain Van Winkle backing up. Madeo helping him out on D. Swiping that one away and turning it into an offensive play. Madeo through center ice across the blue line. Has it on his backhand. He works deep into the zone. A shot by Popovic. Saved by the Fort Myers goaltender. Here they come again through center. Picked up by Kolchevsky. Tipping it back over to Foster. Devin, top of the circle, takes a shot. Deflected wide into the corner. Turn. Madeo keeping it in. Foster chasing up the boards to the blue line. Kolchevsky does a little dance with it and then decides to keep it in as he works his way in from the point with a little bit of pressure on his own. With some time, the Fort Myers team comes out of their end. Tipped across. Kolchevsky has some time looking up. Passing to Claire, just it goes behind him. Nick Foster now. A little bit of sloppy neutralized play there, DK.
Yeah, we're driving in the zone, and we got fresh legs out there. We need to get down in our zone and
Claire
dump it deep here, and let's go.
We were talking a little bit of that in the pregame, pregame press conference. Again, we can't figure out how to get that live feed to you, so we're just going to have to talk about it. The coach is making that point on the Arapahoe team. It's not a bad thing to dump and chase, but the key is to chase. You can't just dump that puck and expect it to bounce off the boards every time. Claire just walks in, gets a shot off, and he's still fighting for it. Gets tripped up as he's going into the corner. Absolutely no call, to the chagrin of the Arapahoe fans in the stands. Tipped and back into his own end comes Nick Foster. Backhand dump over the corner for Keith Mullen, who takes a big hit, but he gets
Mullen laying somebody out there in the corner.
Off the boards, broke up, leaving it for Foster. Up through center to Blanchard with Kalergis and Paulin. Blanchard coming through the top of the circle, stick handles his way through, gets it back. Another shot, and Paulin cleans up on that. No, Blanchard works it in, and he tucks it home. There we go. Arapahoe Warriors taking a 1-0 lead off the efforts of Brady Blanchard. Warriors? That one Warriors? I can put them both as Warriors. There, the top one's the Arapahoe Warriors. It says Warriors and Warriors.
Like? Pick a Warrior.
We got a confused camera crew here. The Warriors versus the Warriors.
1-0
Warriors. The Warriors trailing here as the Warriors are fighting for it at center ice. Arapahoe Warriors heading into the offensive zone on the backhand. That one's ticked away before he could get any wood towards the front of the net. Circling in behind, that looks like Kyler Neese. Keeping on to this one. Neese at the top of the slot, still stick handling. Neese with a backhand, a shot, sailing it wide of the net. Haviland across to the point. McGowan fires one. 17.5 feet left of the net. They pick it up behind the net. We're going to call that a pass and not a shot. As Neese has it, shoots one. Oh, I don't know if the goalie got a piece of that or just sent wide, but that was a close one. It's only 200 feet away from us. It's tough to see. Warriors doing a good job of pressuring this one in as they got Fort Myers toted back into their own end. Kyler with the shot. Oh, Pasternak would have one-teed that one. Here comes Fort Myers back into the Arapahoe zone. Graham McGowan behind the net, feeding that one up on the boards. Didn't see what went on there. I was watching the play. Prokop gets a stick on it, knocks it down. Has Fredette and Haviland. Fredette giving it to Haviland on the backhand, goes around one, gets caught up in his skates. He picks it back up to Neese at center. Has Fredette in front, and yes! Haviland, Neese, Fredette connection, and the puck is in the back of the net. 2-0 Arapahoe.
I told you it's hard.
The zoom action.
The zoom action. Oh, what you missed back here in the corner was two Warriors from Florida hit each other.
Oh.
Solid hit here in the corner. Blew each other up.
We got to stop that warrior on warrior violence. Arapahoe doing a good job keeping it on the far side of the ice like we talked about here. Centering past Madeo. Goalie gets a piece of it, held the blue line in, looking for a tip as Foster in front. Foster picking it up off the boards, trying to dump that one back to Captain. It's intercepted, and Fort Myers Warriors come out through center ice. Popovic knocking the player down from some side angle. Taken away, Fort Myers at center. Tip back down, Madeo over to Popovic. Coming across the blue line, Pop sending that one, looking for Foster. We got Justin DeVos in the press box with us too. We're going to get him on for a first intermission interview here. See if we can get him chatting up the mic, talking about some behind the scenes insider Maize play. What? We're going to get you mic'd up and talk about some of those insider team secrets. We'll meet up with him in the first intermission. Right now, there's 4:42 left to go in the first period. We're still kicking it with Harry Haviland and DK, the OTT Sports Network live in Nashville, Tennessee. Coming in, another shot there by the Arapahoe Warriors, taking on this Fort Myers Warriors team. Pop, dumping it back in deep. Where is Justin DeVos? Hit 94 on his shirt. That's it's 91.
Not wrong guy, but he's like, sure, I'll get on there with you, boys.
I thought I was out of the corner of my eye. I thought I was talking to Justin. I'm like, that's not Justin. Justin's over in the stands with his backpack on. That's one of the U10 kids, I think, isn't it? Or the U12 team that just played. He's going to mic up with us.
Yeah,
tell us about his team.
He just asked his dad for permission if he'll sign the waiver and get on OTT
we'll get him
for the May.
I totally thought it was the wrong kid. That's on me. Here comes the Florida team, trying to battle their way in. They do, but they're a little bit offside as they were tangled up against the Arapahoe players at the blue line. Face off just outside the Warriors zone, 4:02 left to go. Claire just leaning into this draw. He's got Blanchard and Pollen on his wings. Kolchevsky and Foster on D. One ahead by Fort Myers Warriors. Sail one in off the far boards. Pinching in from the blue line up against the boards. Pollen sends it not clear, up off the glass, in behind the net. Nick Foster in his own zone. Up to Claire, just corrals the bouncing puck through center ice. Can't stick handle his way through as he stood up at the blue line. Kolchevsky tipping it in across the blue. Held up there by the Warriors and sent out of their own zone. Nick Foster stepping up into the play, passing across. Through to center. Blanchard trying to work his magic again. Back over to Claire. Just can't put it back on the front of the blade. And it gets dumped into the corner. Kolchevsky holding at the blue line. Around. Kolchevsky now in deep. Far side pass just missed. And then a swing and a miss at the blue line by Nick Foster. He doesn't keep it in, but the Warriors get back on side. Dumped in deep. Blanchard chasing. Blast of a shot there by Kalergis. Puck is still loose. The goalie was diving on top of it. Turned and sent right back in. Kept on side by Nick Foster. Good job on the blue line by him. Fort Myers around the far side. Holland with it. Looking for Blanchard. The 1-T shot and the tip by Kalergis. Goalie coming across, making a big save. Nick Foster working his way in, coming out of the corner, centering past to Pollen. It is in and doesn't find 5-hole there. Goalie closes the pads together, keeping it outside the net. Arapahoe Warriors still have a 2-0 lead here. 2:28 left to go. First period action at the Ford Ice Arena in Smashville. You were right. They're keeping it down there. What do you want to see?
Nice to see some good pressure from D with collapsing a little bit in the zone, keeping the pressure down there. So
cycling it in.
A lot more positive than we've seen the last couple of games.
Keeping up a little bit of that physicality too. I say that as Haviland turns away from the player in the corner. Nice loses it. Back to Fort Myers. The Warriors coming in, tipped away by Grimberg. He's going into the corner for it. Flipping it up the boards. Fredette trying to get through one more man up against the boards. Can't do it. Tipped in front by McGowan out to Haviland. Sends it right over to Fredette. He had some room, but gives it back to Fredette. He can't work his way through a couple of players. And Haviland's back now on defense, picking this one up. Looking for Nice. It's off the skates of the forechecker. Back to McGowan. Carries this one in. Talking about the D stepping into the play. McGowan walks through, takes a shot, gets a clean one on net, but the goaltender sees it all the way and keeps it for himself. Face-off going to be deep in the offensive zone for the Warriors. Still 2-0. Even the OTT Sports Network text line's all confused. They're having to say go Warriors, but they're clarifying in case I didn't know which Warriors team they're cheering for. We got you across the globe. Our fans looking for Nice to pop one here. On his backhand, trying to center, had Fredette in front, taken away by Fort Myers. Through center ice across and into his own end, picking it up as Grimberg. Stick handling through. Grimberg can't get past the second player. Warriors have it. Take the sharp angled shot. It's off of Prokop and clear of the zone. Nice with some speed through center ice, taking this one wide down the left wing. Kyler Nice cutting in front, takes a shot, picking up his own rebound as the goalie dropped it. Haviland now battling with guy in the corner. Now taking on two players looking for some help. Nice coming over. Haviland can't do it one-handed through the slot. Comes outside the zone and Grimberg circles inside his own blue line. Off the boards, back to Fredette. Fredette to Haviland, tipping it to Nice. Building up. Oh, a player fell down and swiped at it from his behind, taking it away from Nice. McGowan now pressuring back into his own end. And Grimberg's still out there at the end of a long shift, coming back to pick it up. Dancing around one, through to Popovic, can't get through the second. Grimberg still fighting. McGowan helping out his D partner behind the net, reversing it back to the other side. With the attempt clearing there, feeds it up to Nice. Tyler at the end of that same long shift gets it up over to Popovic, who's now pushing it in deep. Sticks his blade in the way, breaking that play up, and Nice trying to keep it at the blue line. Back over to Van Winkle, giving it to Nice. Nice has been all over the ice on this one.
What did he have for breakfast? Nice is just flying out there.
He wants one. He's hungry. He didn't eat enough breakfast. He's hungry for some goals. Trying to see if I can. Oh, Kim, yes, Kim Fredette back in Denver tuning in with her favorite aunt, Aunt Edna in Arkansas. We see you guys all there, the OTT fans across the globe, across Canada, across North America, deep into Europe, some Eastern European countries, down into that Asian islands of Philippines. I mean, we see everybody popping up here. Of course, our friends in Fort Myers, Florida, who might be tuning into this one as well, getting a little bit of the OTT action instead of watching Live Barn, if they haven't shut us off yet for our biased commentary.
Well, at least we have no music right issues yet today.
No,
it's
not
been
yet.
pretty silent on the music front. We apologize for that.
We can get Tim singing for us in the intermissions, maybe?
Tim said he's going to do the national anthem tomorrow at 1:15. Tap.
Trying to find Justin DeVos here in the stands, get him interviewed, but
fractures that we're going under here.
don't know where he's at. I don't see Justin. You see Justin anywhere? He's in there tied in with the Arapahoe Warriors fans. He's trying to start the wave, but not everybody's getting into it. There we go, second period set to come at you. Brought to you by Angry Orchard, which I found in a nice little cooler in the pro shop, and some Yeehaw IPA. Second period has started. Arapahoe won that one, but Fort Myers was all over him. Pops stole that puck away, and now Devin Foster's chasing it deep into his offensive zone. Gotten there first was the team from Florida as they work their way out of their own zone. Trying to pass that one across, it gets deflected. Now they're in on a break. Diving, and a shot gets off. Prokop coming up quick and coming up clean. Taking away that opportunity from the Fort Myers offender. 2-0's going to remain the score. 11:38 is left in the second frame. Battling in front, another shot goes off. Prokop has to make another.
Nice save, Prokop there. Square to the shooter, 2 in a row. We need to move the action back down under this way before we get some close-up to the boys.
That would be nice. Prokop just working on his save percentage down there. Got to pad the stats. Through center, Captain working his way around. Brandon Captain coming in strong down the left wing. Can't get a shot up, but managing to continue to carry this
Middle.
puck. Feeding to the front and the shot, looking for the tip in front. Oh, Medeo had the opportunity just off the goaltender's stick. Austin Medeo hanging on to this one, back out to the point. Van Winkle with the shot in. Tipped away by the defenseman in front, back over to the corner, out to the blue line. Van Winkle stepping into the play. Fires one, comes out to Captain. Both defensemen getting in on the offensive action here. He gets it knocked off of his stick, and Van Winkle's back at center ice to collect. Across the far side, Popovic coming in on the right wing, looking for that one in front. Medeo couldn't get it to him. Still looking for it in front. Off to the defender's shin pads. Now Devin Foster keeping it in. Right in front of you, skating past the camera with a smile off the back of the net. Self pass out to Popovic. Circling at the top. Noah Popovic shoots and puts that one off the board. Centering pass into Medeo. Gets another one off the goalie's pad. Medeo still fighting it. Great offensive here by your Warriors. Medeo can't get a shot off. They deflect that away and speed out of their own zone. Getting back on defense there, not letting it get too deep. The Arapahoe Warriors now forced deep into their corner by some good offensive pressure coming from the Fort Myers team. Popovic tips it past one, tips it past two. Noah racing for this. He's tired, tries to send it across. Medeo racing to the far side, out of his stretched out stick to reach. Can't center it back. Kaler just off the bench, tipped to Paulin. Flipped off the boards. Into the corner. Kaler just knocking it back over to Paulin. In front of their own net, through the hash marks, and passed out to center. Kolchevsky licked in the stick, helping out by Foster with a second stick lift. Cleared out of the zone, and Kaler just has some room. Dmitry Kaler just coming in, looking for Paulin, streaking through off to the shaft of the defender's stick. Paulin shoots one in. Not through to the net. Off the boards to the blue line. Kolchevsky pinching in. Back over to Blanchard. Stick handled out play. Back to the blue, coming across. Foster centering. Paulin down from one knee, trying that Crosby shot. And Fort Myers 3-on-1 the other way. They can't make a pass connect at center ice. As Nick Foster works his way in deep. Foster has Paulin in front. Centering. Oh! Blanchard looks for another shot. Another one. He can't lift it up over the goalie's pad. If he would have tapped that one right away, that was nothing but net. Kaler just stick handling. Get a shot off. Come on. Backhand. Kaler just under the goalie.
Oh, some good opportunities. That drive there, they looked awesome. Wow. Just needed to pull that trigger a little sooner in front of the net. Quick little wrist shot over the shoulder. And
You got to get them out in the Wild West. Those 6 shooters. They got a quick draw. We did get, after the first game this morning, Blake Shelton sent me a text. He invited us VIP to Old Red tonight.
oh, love it.
Yep. He's got his country bar there down on Broadway. He said, I've heard you OTT guys are in town. Great to have you there.
Have you heard from Kid Rock yet?
No, Kid Rock, he was touring. He was on his jet last night when he was texting. He said he was going to be back, probably a little hurting this morning. He was partying. We expect to hook up with him tomorrow night.
Excellent.
We'll see if Blake can put us all in a text together tonight.
Okay, perfect. Maybe we get him to the game tomorrow.
That'd be awesome to have. Nice to Fredette, tipped in front. It was loose, and then it's covered. I believe I say it often, rinse and repeat, right back to the same face-off dot. Doesn't get any closer than this to the press box for this game. Ref squares him away. Nice wins it cleanly. Back to Grimberg. Shoots one in. Comes out to Haviland side. Haviland on his backhand now. Top of the circle. Pass through the slot to the far side. Burdette couldn't get to it, and Fort Myers sends it out to center ice and into the Warriors' end. Rabo pushing him into the corner. Stealing it away. Cross ice to Haviland. Coming out. Looks deep for Burdette, who can ride his horse down the right wing. Stick handle around one. Eli Fredette shoots. And another save. This Fort Myers goalie is getting a workout here in the last few minutes and standing his ground. Keeping the Warriors from Arapahoe only to a 2-0 lead. 7:57 left to go here. Second period action in Nashville. This is the OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland with you. I hope you're having fun on this one. Nice wins another one back. Grimberg shoots, that's blocked. Also dangerous, block from the defender's shot. Getting back in, there's McGowan, turns around, firing one. They send it wide of the net. Coming out here, Nice skating his way through. He's been aggressive all game. That's going to count as a shot on net, but easily steered away. Nice back in, picking that up through the slot. Back out, McGowan in deep. He's got it on his back end, working his way into the corner. Graham McGowan pushing in behind the net. Out to Nice. Shoots one. Goalie makes a save and falls down on top of it for yet another save on his records. Liking the action, DK. It's all right here.
Nice move by Nice and Fredette. Cycling the zone, getting some good quality shots, which we haven't been seeing too many earlier today.
No. This is definitely shots in favor of the Arapahoe Warriors, I would say, especially compared to this morning. Oh, tip down in front, looking for one. Picked up by Devin. Foster has on his back end. Centering pass, great shot there. A 1-2 tap by Medeo. The goaltender is having to be sharp. Again, Pop realizing that that was a slow motion shot and the puck was long gone before his blade hit the ice. And Van Winkle back in his own end to pick it up. Here comes Harper, feeding it through the legs of Foster. Back in here, Fort Myers to the blue line, and they do manage to clear it out as Captain. Now circles, drop pass. Van Winkle, high pass in, Popovic poking it up ahead of himself. Knocked out, Captain stopping, back to Pops. He gives it to Foster, Devin Foster comes in, shoots. Missing a little high and over the crossbar. Captain inside his own blue line, 6:14 left to go here. Warriors trying to get it all the way up. Long stretch pass for Popovic. Missed, and it's going to be an icing call as it bounces off the boards here in front of us. Looking forward to this afternoon. DK, you ever thrown axes before?
I have.
It's not as easy as it looks on TV, is it?
Two hand over the head is the easiest approach, but certainly you can try the one arm, side arm, or the under toss is not too bad either. But
just stay away from the between the legs throw.
Between the legs, yeah.
A little too close for comfort when you're getting into the
no nut shots, we like to say in the business.
Here comes Kalergis. Dimitri can't keep it on his tape. Out over the blue line, Kolchevsky, falling. Van Winkle's back for it. And who's the penalty going against?
We got a little trip on the guy laying down on the ice. He reached out as he drove by and he stepped on his stick.
That's impressive. You can get a penalty when you're laying flat on your belly. Here's an opportunity.
That would be our captain in the box.
Captain. Fort Myers on the power play here. Only 1 minute on the clock. It wasn't just for that last game, it's for ours too. And it's taken out of the zone. Paulin's got Kalergis, can't give it enough power to get there. Kalergis finally comes over and takes it. He loses. They were trying to put something together here shorthanded. It rolls out of the zone. Kolchevsky knocking it down. Picked up quickly by the defenseman in blue. Working away across the blue line, falls down. And not out of the zone. Back in Kolchevsky. Threading the needle and knocking that one back into Fort Myers area. They try and make a couple of passes to get it through. Finally collect it at the center ice positioning. Stolen away by Kalergis. Coming across, Kalergis trying to stick handle his way through. Those might be the situations when you're shorthanded, just to dump those ones into the corner as we were talking about earlier.
It was a good moment that should have happened there.
Oh, centering through. Prokop sees that one. Covers it up with only 10 seconds left to go in the penalty kill. Whereas we're back to 5-on-5 with Captain stepping out of the box shortly.
Miss Foster back in the box here, hanging out with Mr. Captain.
Is he? Oh, he's on there to open the gate for him?
No, Kathleen's in there, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, Kathy's in there. Yeah. Having to have a conversation with the scorekeepers and the benches. I don't know what's going on over there. People were saying last week when we did that game where we were in the Crow's Nest on Saturday night, They would love it because they could hear the refs, they could hear the benches talk. I'd like to do that position every game, but unfortunately there is no press box in this rink. And if there is, you're watching from the view we see. Fredette taking that one across the blue line from the feed from Nice. Working it in deep, centering pass to Haviland. Can't backhand it through to Nice. Warriors pinching in. Kolczewski to Haviland. Centers to a streaking Foster back to Haviland. All the way back out to the point. Fredette out there. Shoots one in. Sailing wide. Nick Foster still in. Fighting for it in the corner. Trying to get it back. Puts it to his forehand. Off the goalie's paddle. Haviland collecting. Knocked out as he's working his way out of the corner. Haviland trying again. Gets it out to the blue line. Fredette still out there playing D. Across. Haviland with the one-timer. That one was a little bit on end. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for firing that 17 feet in the air. It was rolling. I'll give him that one. I like the passing and the look, though. Fredette. Back up to Haviland. Drops for Nice. Tyler Nice. Hanging on, still circling. Nice has it, not giving up on this. Nice shoots, looking for that far corner. Haviland tied up, he finally finds the rebound. Can't get the backhand through, pushing his way up into the glass. Centering, stolen. Fredette can't get it, gets out to McGowan. They clear the zone.
A little line change here.
Need one. Nice goes. McGowan comes in, up off the glass. Push it in deep. Fredette and Haviland still out there, joined now by Devin Foster as the centerman got a chance to change up. Foster out of the corner, but not with enough steam. Push this player off the puck. Foster. Devin looking for it. Pass to Popovic. Doesn't get the quick fire on that one. Haviland should go to the bench right now.
Haviland's still hanging out there. Going Iron Man.
Flipped up, glove down. Fort Myers in their own zone trying to get this one out of here. Haviland still hanging out. Wow, we got great service here. Server bringing us right up.
Sponsored by
Angry Orchard and
Yeehaw!
Crash in the net, Noah Popovic!
Haviland was still out there, bro.
Wasn't Kai the killer Haviland?
No, Noah Popovic.
Noah.
Kai didn't know where he was. He'd been out there in the back end of
That
the
was the Iron Man. I thought he went to the bench. I thought he went to the bench. I watched him go across. And
he went to the bench and he saw Noah going to the net, so he decided to come back and help him out. Either way, it's a 3-0 hockey game. Noah Popovic tallying the third one for the Arapahoe Warriors. Still against the Fort Myers Warriors with 2:18 left to go in the second period. There's going to be a tripping call or offside. The way he pointed there, that almost looked like it should have been a penalty or something. The ref. I've never seen a ref so enthusiastically call it an offside. Here comes Foster through. That's a trip. No penalty on that one as Foster tries to split the D. Gets caught up in the sticks of the defenseman. Now he's on the back check coming out of the offensive zone. Taken away there, Popovic. Van Winkle. Fort Myers finally kicking that one deep into the end that they would rather be playing in. I thought you found the trash up there.
I didn't. No, here.
No, it's all good.
Trying to confuse the other team by making them think we only have
Out to the blue line. Fort Myers keeping that one in. Shooting it. Diving to try and block that pass was Foster. They send one through the crease back over to Popovic. Noah flipping it up. Bounces over Madeo. He gets to it, forcing the pass up on the boards, being able to keep that one in. Popovic behind the net with Madeo going to the front. Pop can't get the backhand off. Pinching in, Van Winkle sends one across the ice. Kalergis now with the finesse mitts that he's got. Stick handling round. Oh my! As I'm talking about those finesse silky mittens that Kalergis has, he tries to pull one back as he had the whole team psyched out. Doesn't get the wraparound though, and it's a face-off in the offensive zone. Kalergis out there now, leaning into this one as Paulin and Blanchard join him on the wings. Kolczewski and Foster are going to be at the point. Ref does a lot of pointing before every shift, and this one's called for because they had 6 players on the ice. We'll give them that. One by Fort Myers. They pick it right back up in front of their zone. Out to the blue line. Kolcheski racing for it. Good job to keep that in. Sending it around. Holland centering past to Kalergis. Couldn't get it off. Foster falling now. Blanchard getting back to help him out at center ice. Gets that one stripped away from him. Fort Myers coming in. Kolcheski feeds it up. Here comes Keaton Paulin through center ice. Just back off that broken arm. Centering pass.
He's got those new gloves on too. Did you see those?
Did he find his second one?
Oh no, he just went to Pure Hockey and got a new set of gloves to fit over that brace.
Perfect. This morning he was missing a glove. Like I said, we got the glass banger dad down there now. Blair just pushing that one forward, using that big body to get in the corner, strength to lift that stick. Dimitri Kalergis to Blanchard, shoots one. Oh, there are a couple of bangs and bounces that puck took. Now Nick Foster has it. Foster takes it back away after it was stripped from him. Get a shot off, he gets one, goaltender falls on it. Goalie from Fort Myers getting a workout here in the second. It's 3-0 with only 7 seconds left on the clock.
It's been a quick second period here.
It has been. Claire just wins that one with a little bit too much power.
That'll do it.
Now Kolcheski's got to go back and get it. Thankfully getting there to swing it the other way. Buzzer sounds ending this second period. Arapahoe Warriors with a 3-0 lead heading into the third.
I thought Tim was going to come for his Tim talk. He's got the rule.
The rules? Is he going to talk about the rules?
I was going to talk about the rules.
I don't know if we got time. We can see.
We got time.
We're going to do a little explanation here. Tim's got it all broken down of the suspension currently being served by Justin. There's Justin. Let's bring Justin in here. We've been looking for you. I had you confused with somebody else. Sitting out his second of only 2, right? Yeah, how do you think your team's been doing so far today?
2 minutes.
They've been doing pretty good. Got a pretty good 3 goals, and they could pass a little more, but they've been doing pretty good at passing.
There's been a lot of pressure here on the offensive zone. I know this is where you like to play, getting those shots on net. You're going to be back tomorrow morning, right, for a first afternoon game, I should say. It's at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You've got to be excited. You're traveling all the way down here. Still having fun. Did you get out and do anything exciting last night when you got here?
Last night, not really. I just played a little bit of knee hockey with Keaton.
Keaton, good to have him back on the ice as well. We've been missing a few players. We'll actually have a full squad tomorrow. Looking forward to having you back on the ice. You want to stick around and give us a little bit of your color through this second frame or third period and talk about it? McGowan takes it out, but the Fort Myers team trying to put the pressure on here early in the first. They spin it around in center, back to Grimberg. He sends one almost off the glass. And we do have Tim corralled in here. We got a full press box now. We got Justin, we got Tim. We're going to talk about this. Kyler looking for that goal. He sends it just wide. Tyler Neese still hanging on to this one, skating his way through. Has it on his backhand. Shuffles one, and finally, backhand cheese, Kyler Neese.
He was due. What a great game he had today.
He has been circling.
He is motoring out there today.
Finally
moved down to
that
sea
one.
level. Oh, the kid is amazing.
Is it sea level here?
Pretty close to
It's
it.
got to be close. We're closer to the ocean, so it might as well be sea level. Albuquerque was higher than Denver. Did you happen to see that, Justin? What do you think of that Neese play? Neese has been all over the play today, hasn't he?
He's been playing pretty good. That was a pretty good shot.
Backhand cheddar. Doesn't get much thicker than that. Haviland in deep, swatting at that one. Tipping it back over to Neese. Fredette into the play. Neese controlling it at the blue line. Drop from McGowan. Coming across the blue line, McGowan working his way in, loses it. Neese takes another shot, looking for that same corner, just misses it high and wide. Banged up against the boards. Haviland takes it back away, gets his shot off. Tipped in behind. Neese again, keeping the pressure where it should be. Neese shoots, goalie getting a piece of that into the corner. Back over to Grimberg in deep. Puck still loose in front. Maize was looking for the rebound. 587 feet above sea level. Here we are. McGowan pushing his way. Him and Grimberg the first two in on the play, or back on the play. Sending it up to Nice. Kyler with that also deadly backhand. Back off the boards to Grimberg, sends one in. Fredette behind the net. Back over to Nice. Loses that one. Fed out to the blue line. Grimberg, quick tap back in onto the stick of Haviland. He's standing on the puck. And a shot by Grimberg, deflected. It's in front. Tip loose. Fredette finding it. No! Haviland, no! Oh, so close. And here comes Fort Myers out the other way. Warriors coming in, looking for a shot. Prokop with his stretched out left hand. Closes it in mid. And everybody thought a whistle.
No whistle. We're going, boys.
He's in through it. Popovich couldn't handle it. Haviland, needle thread. Oh, sends it back across. They had all of us moving.
Little running gun there.
Popovich in behind, working his way out of that corner. Can't keep it on his tape. Not enough wax on there today. Foster off the pads of the goaltender. Fort Myers around. Sent through off the boards. Captain pinching in off the blue line. Out to Popovic. It does clear back to center ice. He sends it back in right as soon as Foster steps on side. 9:09 left to go here in the third period. Arapahoe Warriors with a 4-0 lead over this team from Fort Myers, Florida. Backhanded out and sent down with no pressure. Van Winkle's back in his own end. Controls that puck and then just sends it all the way down. We should take all the boys to get cowboy hats this afternoon.
Oh, cowboy hats and boots, sponsored by OTT.
Sponsored by OTT. If it's
Yeah,
sponsored by OTT, we'll get those little plastic ones with the whistles hanging.
Maybe
out
Blake can
underneath
get everybody boots.
them. There we go. Blake will hook us up after we meet up with him at Old Red tonight. Foster out of the zone for Popovic. He's streaking through with Medeo down the left wing. Pop hangs, dangles, pokes, prods, and doesn't get it in. He turns around, he's like, what just happened? And his teammate looks at me and goes, the goalie saved it. And he's like, what? Yeah. It's a crazy, crazy scenario, but it did just happen. Now there's a face-off in the offensive zone. Hush falls over the crowd as Foster wins that one back, and it's picked up by Medeo. To the blue line, held in by Van Winkle. Bounces over his stick. Captain coming across to help out his D partner. Captain going hard into the front of the Warriors bench with his dance partner. Out through center underneath the legs of Popovic. To Medeo at center. Taken away. Coming in, Austin Medeo. Out to Captain. Sending it across, held on to Van Winkle. Tipped back over to Captain. Leaves it for Foster. Back up to Medeo. We're just going to pretend like that was a practice passing play that they
That was a drop pass, guys. They worked on that all week.
Medeo gets a shot off. Centering pass again. Foster back to Popovic. Backhand.
Oh, Pop
into the
is
goaltender's
due.
pads.
He's working hard here.
He got one already.
Oh, did he?
He's looking for a second. That was his goal in front. wasn't
Okay.
it?
Oh,
Right
okay.
A little pop over.
Little pop.
The patented
Pop
Popovic
over.
crash.
Oh. Popovers last night were
Those
amazing.
popovers.
Oh.
Talking about pops, yes. Bringing it back, the popovers last night.
Was a pop over.
The goal was a popover. I'm not going to say I could have gone without the seafood tower and the steak, but those popovers, I could have seen a dozen
amazing.
of them. For those of you who don't know what a popover is, but you know what a Yorkshire pudding is, it's kind of the same thing, except the popover's just a lot bigger and buttery goodness. Shot in
good
front,
save.
broke up, coming up.
Nice save.
That one's back in, offside. Kolcheski flips it to the referee, a little bit short on that one. It's like me throwing out the first pitch at the Dodgers game last week.
Left-handed?
Left-handed,
Nice.
double bounce to get to the plate. Crowd booed me. Never allowed back in a ball diamond again in my life. Blanchard trying to do better than Harry when it comes to sports as he works his way down the left wing, crashing towards the net. He gets spun around, taken away by Fort Myers Warriors. Out to the blue line, Kolchevsky keeping the pinch in. Does an excellent job as a couple of players were trying to fight it off him. Back into Blanchard in the corner, centering through this slot. Kolchevsky keeping the work deep in the Fort Myers end for a second, a third, and a fourth time. Claire just dancing with it, decides to take this back out to center ice. Now he powers his way back in. Dimitri Claire just back to center, drop to Foster. Trying to work that drop pass like he's McKinnon racing it in on a power play. Doesn't seem to work, but Prokop pads his stats with yet another amazing save. Kolchevsky gets spun around, but then takes it back away. Out to the blue line now. Claire just got some room to work. I don't think he's going to take this one back out to center ice, but he works his way through, gets it back, still on the backhand, gets a shot off, and it's a goal. Ref pointing to the net and blowing the whistle. It might be 200 feet away, but
a big fella.
a power move. Kalergis, it's a 5-0 hockey game. 6:11 left to go here in the third period. It's a breath of fresh air to be on this side of one of these after last few that we've played.
What confidence going until tomorrow? 2 games tomorrow, one at 1, one at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock?
And we're on the other rink, the Terry Crisp Ice Arena.
We're on the big boy rink in the late game.
Prime time in Nashville tomorrow. Still got a few minutes left to go in this one, and then one tomorrow afternoon.
Getting a little chippy down the far end.
Should make axe throwing go better tonight.
They'll be happier at axe throwing. They're not going to be throwing at each other here. They should be happy with each other's team, right? Rumor has there's a big soccer sports bar right next to this axe throwing place, and the DU team is in the national semifinals this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Oh, excellent. Playing Vanderbilt, or they?
No, just they're playing, but they're not playing here. They're on TV.
Oh,
they're thinking of
excellent.
going to this soccer sports bar to check out the DU soccer team before we go throw axes at each other. I mean, at the targets.
It worked.
McGowan forcing it out. Haviland has it. He's working his way up. Pokes it into the corner, going around the player. Haviland with a backhand pass. Doesn't get through to Nice. Fort Myers up off the boards. Out to the blue line to McGowan. Shoots one in. I hope that went off somebody. If not, he completely misfired. Haviland back to Nice. In front, puck's loose. Goalie passes that one out to the D, who kicks it to the forward, breaking through. Arapahoe quick to get back on it. And Haviland takes it out of the zone. Kai Haviland with the pass to Kyler Nice at center ice. Nice breaking in.
Look at
around
Nice.
A couple players.
Nice, number 2 today.
Potts is second.
He's on fire today.
Some dirty dangling working.
537 feet. He's the man.
Skating for 2, I think. Isn't that who Devin or Foster? Isn't that who Devin came? Who's suspended right now?
Austin. Or Justin.
Justin Devos.
Justin.
That
Who did you come down with?
Oh, I'll keep that
With Keaton Pollock. He came down with
He came down with Paulin.
Captain looking for getting his name on that scoreboard action. 4:38 left to go in the third period here. Popovic using his body to get in front and strip this puck away from the defense. He can't skate his way in. They take it back from him. Sending it out to center ice. Captain stepping up off his own blue line. Knocking it to center. Taken away by Fort Myers. Mateo looking to take it back again. Popovic with a jump at the blue line. Comes in, shoots one. And Popovic gets his second tally of the game. Running up the score here.
Free puck overs for everybody for 2 goals.
You head back, if you head back to Kane's Steakhouse tonight and you tell them that you were at the Popovic 2-goal game, they will give you 2 popovers. Just mention the OTT and it's all on them. 7-0 game. Foster not giving up on anything. Madeo swinging at us. Him and a player from Fort Myers go crashing into the backboards. Fort Myers Warriors out of their zone, not giving up, trying to get themselves back into this game with only 3:36 left to go. Around Captain, back over to Popovic. He's in his own end, sends it out. Captain picks it up, feeding through to Medeo. It's behind him, but he races down the right wing into the offensive zone. Collecting it on his backhand, powering around. Austin Medeo hanging on to this one. Taken away by Fort Myers. Now they're racing down, coming back. Excellent defensive effort there by Harper Van Winkle, taking it away. And now winding up, loses it again as he tries to skate it out. They come in, take the shot. Prokop with the save. Harper's going to get a penalty. Harper's going to get a tripping call for that one as he comes diving back into the play. Fort Myers going on the power play now. 2:51 left. It's a runtime clock. They're going to have a minute of 5-on-4 action. Jamie's sitting there. Hope you got a good shot of it, right?
Close up of that one is needed.
She's been playing triple duty, quadruple duty. 4 Arapahoe teams here, 3 10Us, or 12Us, sorry, and this 14U. Foster to Popovic and clearing out the zone. Tipped up off the glass. Pop's still working for it. They're shorthanded. Him and Foster going into the offensive. Pop stick handle around looking for his hat. He gets tripped up in front of the net. They don't call that one as he slides into the side, trying to put his third home. But Devin Foster gets another one. That's a point towards the net. Shorthanded goal for Foster, making this an 8-0 game. Yes, I'm not screaming that out. That's the most unsportsmanlike thing anybody could possibly do.
This will help our differential.
That point differential is what we're going to need.
And maybe the goal, we didn't pull the goalie and lose by 2 this morning, maybe
I think that
big
might
factor us getting the championship game. And Coach will look like the smartest man on the planet.
Did you guys interview the little guy?
We talked to him a little bit here.
He's going to let his actions,
What do you think
his
now?
words happen on the ice.
Trivia question. How many rules
I'm
were
just glad they're
broken?
winning because now we have a better chance of making it to semis.
That is true.
Do you have any idea how many rules we broke?
Here we got Tim here talking about the rules. We're gonna talk to Justin about this as he's serving the last game of his 2-game sussy.
First, I'm very proud of you, by the way. You got a Rule 403 major penalty, which really was a minor, but they gave you a major.
Yeah.
Then you got a Rule 404 misconduct penalty. Now, during the broadcast, we all agreed it was a conduct penalty, but it shouldn't have been misconduct. That's totally different.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been misconduct. And then you got a fighting penalty for the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. Did you even throw a punch?
There was like 3 punches. He punched me in the head, so I just threw 2 back.
Okay, well, I mean, 1 for 2. That's not so bad. So, for everybody listening, that's Rule 403, Rule 404, and Rule 615. It's worse than the U.S. tax code. We're proud of you. But we're looking forward to seeing you in tomorrow's game. Do you even know who you're playing tomorrow?
What?
Do you even know who you're playing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Who?
The Bears and the Leafs.
Okay, and you're ready to get back out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've heard it here, rule breaker Justin Navas on the broadcast, joining the OTT up in the booth, breaking 404, 406, 720, 16-2.7, 843, paragraph C, subsection 8, all in one fall swoop in Albuquerque. He is fired up and ready to go tomorrow, though, as he's going to join his team back on the ice. This one's winding down with a few seconds left to go. Coming in tight, Grimberg taking a shove at the end of it. Gets a little bit pushy and shovey, but it's all said and done with. Simon Prokop with the shutout. And the Warriors with an 8-goal victory here against the Fort Myers Warriors. I hope this gives them that confidence and that boost they're going to need. I think we've got a couple of tough teams we're going to be facing off against tomorrow. We'll watch the one from Illinois, the Leafs. Watch them play here. They're a big, feisty team. Who do we got tomorrow? Looking at
we got axe throwing at 6 p.m. Axe throwing with Blake. Axes with Blake coming up. Team photo at 12:15. And we got the Bad News Bears.
Bad News Bears at 1:15 tomorrow. This is Central Time.
And then we got West Dundee.
West Dundee Leafs, I think. That's the Leafs. They're going to be on the big ice tomorrow. But right now, we got some axe throwing to do. Big thanks to Angry Orchard and Yeehaw for
Signing off.
sponsoring us with our sponsors, Angry Orchard and Yeehaw. Here we go. We're having some fun in Nashville. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Harry O'Haviland. That's DK. You guys are a treat to be around as always. On behalf of everybody.